Okay, after learning the previous topic, that is the plant tissue. Okay, we talked about xylem, phloem, and all these cells that are present, mystematic, permanent, all these names you heard there. Now, today we are going to talk about the next broad type of tissue, that is the animal tissue. Even there are many verification differences seen. So they are classified into four major groups, that is the epithelial, the connective. The epithelial normally forms the coverings, the connective connects as the name shows, then comes the muscular, which forms the muscles, different types, and then the nervous, that forms the nerves to carry messages. Okay, now talking about the epithelial tissue. The epithelial tissue is a protective thin layer, okay, and it covers the surface of the body, and it also forms the lining of various organs that we have inside, both on the internal and the external. The coverings are formed with the help of epithelial tissues. So it may be flat, it may be cuboid, it may be like columns, pillars, okay, tall, more tall than the taller than the width. So depending on its shape, there are major three types of epithelial tissue. Okay, firstly, let's talk about the squamous epithelium. The squamous epithelium is the skin. The skin is an example of squamous epithelium. So they are composed of very thin, flat, and polygonal cells. So let us note the cells are flat, thin, and polygonal. So how to draw them? How to draw the squamous epithelium? So we just draw a line of polygons. Polygons having more than these sides. Okay. You just keep drawing with the nucleus in the center. So this is how it lines up to form the covering, a flat layer of cells. The basic function of squamous epithelium is protection. So it is protective tissue. Okay, it provides protection by covering it from the internal, like external, or the skin. Now coming to cuboidal epithelium, it is the cuboidal, the name itself says it is cube-like cells. So how to draw cubes? First feature is lined by cube-like cells. Just a line of cell, let's draw first, then you know how to make cubes out of it. That's all, with the nucleus. Fine. So that is a cuboidal epithelium. Now it is found in the lining of the kidney organ, the organ kidney, which helps us in excretion, is formed of tubules. Okay, forms the lining of the kidney tubules from the inner side. Okay, so this helps in absorption. The tubules, what they do, they absorb. So its basic function is to absorb. Fine. Now coming to columnar epithelium. So these are vertically arranged. Okay, one on the top of the other. Okay, these are vertically arranged, tall and column-like. They are vertically arranged. They are column-like. Column-like means they are more taller than their breadth. Okay, so how to draw columnar epithelium? Just you draw some cells, lines parallel. Okay, now just join the upper part. See that the nucleus is little down there. This forms the columnar epithelium. which is tall and vertically arranged. Now, among this columnar epithelium, some columnar epithelium may have hair-like structures which are called cilia. The same columnar epithelium, if we draw similarly, okay. So some of the columnar epithelium, they have hair-like structures called cilia. They have hair-like structures called cilia. Okay. So when such columnar epithelium which have cilia on them, that is a hair-like structure, then they are called ciliated epithelium. Okay. Squamous skin forms flat cells from a cuboidal tube for absorption. Column-like cells which normally is concerned with secretions of enzymes. Okay, these are normally secretory cells. It also have some glands among them. Okay, maybe one of them may be the gland, and the gland may secrete some secretions, chemicals required by the body. So then the columnar cell is also known as glandular cells. As we have ciliated, when they have cilia, if they have glands among them, they are called glandular cells. It's just for extra knowledge. Okay, ciliated cells having hair-like structures called cilia. Okay, now coming to the cilia, the function of cilia. What does the cilia do? The cilia keeps moving and lashing so that it does not let any foreign particles pass. Okay, it stops the foreign substances. Fine. Now coming to the next, that is connective tissue. As the name says, it connects. How does it connect? What are its types? Let us talk about it. Now coming to the next type of animal tissue, that is connective tissue. The connective name itself says there is some function of connection. So it connects various tissues and organs. It also provides a support to different organs and helps it maintain its position. It keeps them in its place. Okay. So this is the basic function of connective tissue. Now it is again of three types. What are the three types of connective tissue? Supportive connective tissue, fibrous connective tissue, and fluid connective tissue. The supportive, the name as it says, is support, gives some kind of support to the body. So the example of the types of supportive connective tissues is cartilage and bones. A cartilage is a little flexible and bones are a little hard and rigid. So if you touch the tip of your nose, you see it is flexible. You twist your ears. Ma'am is twisting her own ears, isn't it? It's so funny. So it is just to show you that the external ear is made up of cartilage, which is flexible. Okay. Why is it flexible? Because cartilage has a clear ground substance. A basic substance is there in which there are a few cells. Fine, and there is a lot of space between them. So therein it can be twisted and turned. It also is present at every joint to cover the head of the bone so that the bones don't get brushed against each other, to prevent any wear and tear of the bones during movement. Okay, it is also present in the windpipe. The windpipe has C-shaped cartilaginous structures so that the windpipe doesn't get collapsed. Okay, so these are the few places where you find the cartilage. Okay, now coming to the bones. The bones are the main supportive structure of any vertebrate. Okay, the skeleton is made up of 206 bones. Okay, so it is a hard substance, only then it can give a framework or support to the whole body. But why is it hard? It is hard because has a very hard matrix. Okay. And in the hard matrix, there are calcium and phosphorus salts deposited in concentric circles. One circle, inside that another circle, inside that another circle, around a canal which is called Hevesian canal. So along that canal there are concentric circles of calcium and phosphorus salts deposited on a hard ground matrix that makes the bones hard and rigid. Okay, this also occupies small spaces. Okay, so now coming to the fibrous connective tissue, that is the areolar, adipose, then comes tendons and ligaments. These are the four kinds of fibrous connective tissues. Now areolar, what is the function of areolar? Areolar tissue is it binds the skin to the underlying tissues. So if you try to pull your skin, you will find no, it is stuck to something, it is attached to something. So it is because of the areolar tissue that it is attached to the underlying tissue, the tissue beneath the skin. The adipose tissue is actually the fat cells. It gets converted to and gets stored in the body. That is the adipose tissue. The tendons, it links the muscles and bones. Okay, so it connects the muscles and bones at joints. And the ligaments, they connect one bone to another bone at a joint. So how will you remember? The tendons, they connect muscles to bone, MTB. And ligaments connect bones to bones at any muscle joint. Any joint where the muscles have to join, then what happens? The tendons, they attach the muscles to the bones. And what do the ligaments do? It attaches the bones to the bones. They are like fibers, okay, attaching them at the joints, and this helps in the movement of the arms, okay, the limbs. Now coming to fluid connective tissue. Fluid means something that can flow. Okay, there are basically two kinds of fluid connective tissue. That is the blood and the lymph. The blood and the lymph. The blood is made up of two parts. Blood has two parts in its constituent. The liquid part is called plasma. The liquid part of the blood is called plasma, in which there are various kinds of cells or corpuscles. So there are three kinds of corpuscles. The three kinds of corpuscles are red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles and platelets. Okay, so red blood corpuscles, white blood corpuscles and platelets are present in the plasma, making the blood. So that is the one liquid fluid connective tissue that is found in our body. Now from this blood, some of the plasma and the white blood cells leaving the RBCs, okay, the plasma and the white blood cell oozes out from the capillaries or the blood vessels from where the blood flows and remains around the body tissues from where the lymph is formed. So lymph is plasma with WBC, white blood cells. There is no RBC in it. There is no red blood cells in it. And what is the basic function of both blood and lymph? Is to transport oxygen, transport food, okay, and collect the waste from the parts of the body. So the transportation is the main function of the fluid connective tissue. So now coming to the next type of tissue, that is the muscular tissue. The muscular tissue again is of three types, as I said: straighted, unstraighted and cardiac. Cardiac is a special kind of tissue found only in the walls of the heart. Basically the two types are straighted and unstraighted. Straighted are the the tissues which are under our control. The parts that we can move, our hands, our legs, our neck. Okay, so these are under our control and are made up of straighted muscles. So they are voluntary, and where are they found? Arms and legs. Okay, they have striations in it and they are not branched. Okay, now coming to unstraighted muscles, they are not under our control. It is present in the internal organs. They are involuntary. Okay, esophagus, the wall of the esophagus we cannot control. Muscles of the iris present in the eye, the muscles, it is also involuntary, we cannot control, made up of unstraighted muscle. Next, the urinary bladder, made of smooth muscles. Okay, these cells or muscles are normally tapering, very narrow. They may be branched and tapering, maybe the nucleus in it. Okay, and straightened muscles, they are like columns long. They have striations in them, some dark bands, some light bands in them. Okay, which is not present in unstraighted muscle. Cardiac muscles are special kind of muscles which have striations but are also branched. They have striations but are branched. These lines that I was drawing are the striations or the dark bands. Okay, so this forms the cardiac muscles. Where are they present? In the walls of the heart only and nowhere else. Okay, so these are the three types of muscles found in the animals. Now talking about the last, that is the nervous tissue. The nervous tissue is made up of special cells called nerve cells, which also have another name called neurons. Okay, now we talk about the nervous tissue. The nervous tissue is made up of nerve cells. The nerve cell is also called neuron. Fine. Now the neuron has very quickly I'll draw one to explain. You can slow the video and see the process of drawing it very quickly. So this is a neuron. A neuron has a cell body which is called cyton. From the cell body comes out some branches which is called dendrons. The dendrons in turn branch to form dendrites. Now one of the dendron continues downwards, which is called axon. The axon has a covering of myelin sheath, which is called myelin sheath. I'll tell you the function. First, let us discuss the names and structure. This is the end. It ends in again dendrites, terminal dendrites. This may end in a muscle or in a gland. Okay, so this is the structure of a neuron. The dendrites receive the messages, passes to the cyton cell body. The cyton then passes the message through the axon and it reaches the terminal dendrites and passes it to the arms or the part of the body which needs to react. This is how the neuron helps in passing messages. The cyton has cytoplasm in it and a prominent nucleus too. So the dendrites collect the informations, passes it through the axon, then to the terminal dendrites, which then passes to the part where it is connected to. Now what is the function of myelin sheath? Now these are just like electrical wires, like the electric wires in a home is passing current electricity. Similarly these are passing messages. If you know the electrical wires, they are inside a plastic or a insulated body, isn't it? A pipe or something. So why is it so? So that the current cannot escape or we don't get electric shocks if we touch the wires. Okay, accidentally if there is any leakage of electricity through the wires. So the insulated tube prevents the electric current from escaping, from losing its path. Similarly, the messages when it is traveling through the axon, these myelin sheath acts like an insulator. What is an insulator? Which does not allow electricity to pass through it. Here, it acts like an insulator, not letting the messages escape from it or getting lost. So that message can, all full messages pass to the axon to the terminal dendrites. Okay, so this is the end of the animal tissues. I hope you understood it and let me see if you can answer the following questions.